This is Gerald It's time for a few more examples of the theory in practice of letters and letter positions, and how you can combine them and how you can recognize actually also the forms that are named with them. And of course we will have to use objects to make it very easy, to make it more easy to get used to this whole method of recognizing the letters in a word. And okay, next thing will be vegetables. That's very easy. And the first thing that came into my mind was of course bean, which is actually one of the only words that everybody who is getting acquainted with my theory will be able to make it. You have the B, the pressure which comes from a form, the certain timing process, so left and right are different, an object there, and then a certain object that you take out that is different, which already has almost a form of a bean then, because of the B and the form that taking out, it almost produces the letter B. That's something for you to produce. But I'll take some other ones which are quite easy as well, like tomato and radish. And the A and the O, the A is like it's the physical focus. You have three sorts of focus. You have the physical focus into one object. Then you have that goes beyond it, like beyond our body. That's into our environment, and it into also the world where changes happen and so on. And then of course the larger areas that deals with a lot of more things than that. But tomato is O and A combined, and the T is that position that you start from. So you have that position of T, which goes into O, that environment actually where it grows. Then the A that goes into the M. M is the three-part position that breaks open into a materializing form, into three forms. So you have these three forms that again have that position, and again an environment that grows around it. If you have this tomato, you almost feel like, okay, here's the form growing from the floor up, and you have the multiple tomatoes. It's almost as easy as that. Next thing, the radish. So okay, there you have the three different focuses. You have them again into one row. You have one focus before you in the blue part, the double focus of the environmental focus where things are changing left and right, so between before and after, and then the environmental conditions in the end, with letters that fit to that. So the letters are automatically ordered into these principles that fit into these kinds of focuses. It starts with R, so it is making a connection to a materialization process at A, which goes to the object, which says D. No, here is a process going on into a timing, so that's why you see it split into a timing. So something is growing there. There's a time process involved. It's growing to some form or another, in which E says, okay, here it is at some point or some timed process in time and space. Here I have it. It's there. It's what I want to have. It's fully formed now. And the S is then, of course, the environmental connection that you make there, and you almost have actually a very vague description of the radish. Actually, not much more than that, and that's what it does. The letters make also a vague description. They are much more than that. They're also referring to things that can go much deeper than that, to the physical, the timing, the time processes, what you deal with it, what you see, what you don't see, how you have to behave towards it to understand it, etc., etc. Here it is very easily, very loosely described form of what you have as the radish. Not much more than that. And you don't, sometimes you just simply do not need much more than that, as that simple vague description of directions that are directed by the letters. They are chosen for a reason. They fit there for a reason. It's not easy when you start to do that, but at some point it becomes very easy as well. Just try out Bean, with my theory. It will be so easy if you start to combine the forms and so on into those positions. Once you understand what these positions mean and how they grow out of a position and things like that. Some books there, some web page there, some even a Facebook page is there. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel too if you like. That was it for today. Thanks again for watching. Bye.